Greetings and welcome to Storytells, the evolution of Poetic Soul Unspoken Roots. I am your host, author, businesswoman, inspirational leader, and philanthropist, themichellelynette. We have concluded National Poetry Month in the month of April as I started the month off sharing amazing pieces from my wonderful inspirational collection of poems from my poetry collection, Poetic Soul Unspoken Roots. If you have not had the opportunity to grab a copy of my book, I will have my information at the end of this segment in the show notes so that you can go to the website and order your personal copy of my book. Okay? And I also like to thank every one of you for tuning in with me week after week as I share with you my body of work and tell you the story about how it came about. I really appreciate that. And I would appreciate it even more if you continue to share the videos that you like with someone that you know and encourage people to tune into Michelle Lynette because it's going to be a great time having you be a part of my world and also sharing my work with you. So now we're going to go ahead and get started. I'd like for you guys to grab yourself a glass of wine or water if you so choose. Get a snack, make yourself comfortable, and come on back so we can get started. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me this evening. We are going to get started with tonight's segment on pain. I am going to pull from the pain section of my book, and although it may not feel like the best section to pull from, it's a lot of life happenings in this amazing book that I've put together to be able to relate to just things in general that we go through as people trying to make it from day to day. And so, before I even get started on the piece, let me disclaim to my parents. Parents, if your child is between the ages of 1 to 14, this content is not intended for them. I repeat, parents, this content is not intended for your child if your child is between the ages of 1 to 14. It is too mature for them, and of course, they will not understand what it is that I am talking about. So, if you allow yourself to listen to what I'm saying in front of them and they ask questions, that is your responsibility to take on that question and explain to them what I've just said because, again, it's not for them. All right. Okay, so we are going to move along and get started on the reading. And let me show you what the pain section of my book looks like, just to give you a sneak peek. All right, this is what it looks like. And I am going to go ahead and get started with the reading for tonight. And the poem is dedicated, that I'm going to read actually, is dedicated to men. And I will give you the backstory about why I chose to write something dedicated to men. And the name of the poem is entitled, I Need You, and it reads, we argue and we fight and soon make up by the end of night. I'm passionately making love to you, exploring every bit of your avenue. Then the loving dissipates, your erection fades, my kitten craves erased. Morning has now come and is back to us individually being one, huh? I like teaching you, completing you, fulfilling you. And though I hate to see you walk away from me, baby, I need you. I need you like God needed Adam to care for his garden and be the protector of his fruits before I became the woman taken from you. See, when he laid you down and put you to sleep, God blew life into me. Woman of many attributes and still stand beside you. I can hold my own since I'm the queen of my throne. But my castle is incomplete without my king being the chief. Though many see me as a powerful force standing, I like to take smooth landings and enjoy Caribbean waters, it's true. But the fact still remains, sweetheart, I need you. Now, I don't expect you to lose yourself trying to please me. In fact, we can get lost together, enjoying pleasant company. Amalfi coasting on cross-country boating, letting life take us on a joyride. I'm the pacemaker when your heartbeat stops inside. From irregular heartbeats to killer loving from me, it's not fabricated to get attached to me. Some just can't believe what their brown eyes see. Beauty and brains, yet still the same. It's not likely on this side of the game. But I'll give you something genuine that you can hold on to. And trust me when I tell you, black man, I need you. All right. Let me give myself some snaps. For those of you who are not familiar with what I'm doing right now, this is what happens in the poetry world when you go to a poetry event and the poet is standing before the audience speaking. If the audience is in agreement with what the poet is saying, they snap their fingers. So it's to let the poet know that, hey, I'm vibing. I like what you're talking about and I agree with it. But at the same time, I'm not interrupting the poet as they are speaking. So that is what I just did as I was snapping my fingers. Now, let me share with you the backstory on how I Need You came to life. This poem was written back in, I would have to say, maybe like 2000, 2001, somewhere in that time when I wrote that particular piece. And I wrote it because I have a great appreciation for men in general and the things that they bring to the table, especially men who are responsible with themselves, with their time, with their finances, with how they are, as a father, if they are a father, or a husband, if they are a husband, a son, all the different roles that they are in life. I have a great appreciation for a man, period, especially if he's a great man. He's an exceptional man. I have an appreciation for that kind of man. And so with a man being that way in my presence, he gets a salute from me and he gets, praised and he gets catered to, especially if he's a special man in my life. And so I heard and witnessed just things that men go through, primarily, black men, because they feel undervalued, not appreciated enough. They go out into the world and they take on the weight of the world and they're trying to be everything to everybody in the world. And then they still have to come back home if there's a spouse or, a family home, and they have to deal with that. So, and if he has superwoman in his life who feels like she can do it all and she doesn't necessarily need him and makes him feel like he's not a need in her life, then of course, it's going to push him back a little bit, make him reevaluate his presence in her life and cause him to maybe seek validation elsewhere because he's not feeling like he should be appreciated. And that can be whether he's on the job, if he's at home, if he's dealing with just worldly things that make him feel like he's not valid enough for whomever. And so I wanted to kind of take that away and let the man know you are appreciated. Yes, I can do a lot of things without you. Yes, I can, kind of navigate my way through life. And yes, I love you, And I need you and I want you in my life. And just in case I haven't said it enough, I'm saying it to you today. I'm giving you, your flowers as you deserve them. I'm giving you the salute that you deserve as a man, because you are appreciated by someone. And if you're a part of my world, you are going to be appreciated, because I'm going to show you that I appreciate you. And that's just me, how I am, as a woman. I nurture, I nurture my man. I take care of him. I make sure that he's good, and it's just in my DNA. That's just how I am. I'm a very nurturing person. I nurture my children maybe a little too much, because they end up being a little spoiled. And I nurture my man, and if I nurture him a little too much, he'll end up being spoiled. But because that's a part of who I am, I don't complain about it. I enjoy it, actually, because I enjoy seeing a smile on the person's face that's connected to me in my personal life. So that is how that poem came up. It came up because I wanted men to know that you're appreciated. You are. Even if you don't hear it, you are valued. You mean something to somebody. And you need to be reminded of the fact that just because you are out here taking on the weight of the world and you're working your butt off trying to prove yourself in the area that you're in, at home, you are valued. You are the king of the castle. You are the love of my life. You are everything to me. You are a part of my being. I'm a person all by myself. I can stand by myself and navigate through life. But having you next to me is a beautiful blessing for me, and you are a part of my already natural being. We rock together, we gonna vibe together, we gonna do life together, and I don't ever want you to feel like you are in this by yourself. There is a woman that's standing beside you, letting you know, hey, I appreciate you, I love you, and when you come home, you don't have to worry about the pressure of being at home, because I'm going to make it your sanctuary, your place of peace. So, I hope that has been a treat for you tonight. If you like the poem, definitely put your comments in the show notes so that I can see what you thought about that. And if you are a male and you have read this, you like what I've said, let me know how you feel about what you've said, and let's have a conversation about that. And if you felt like you've never been appreciated before until now, let me know. I want to know how men feel about being undervalued in the world, and if it's refreshing to you to know that someone still thinks of you in a way that makes you feel great about who you are. So please share this video with your friends, colleagues, family members, even tell a stranger. Tell everybody about the Michelle Lynette. And I also have merchandise for you to purchase as well, along with the book. And that is t-shirts and caps. And I also have some other things coming down the pipeline a little later on that you'll be able to grab from me. And if nothing else, let me leave you with a word of inspiration to kickstart your week. And what I want to leave with you is this: find a place of solitude for you to sit down, think, reflect, and purge. And understand that you matter also. Your happiness matters also. Stop making yourself take things that's not healthy for you spiritually, that's not healthy for you mentally, and it's not healthy for you emotionally. If you have people in your life that is not contributing to the happiness that you deserve to have in your life, and they are picking you apart and making you feel worthless, it's time for you to go through purging season and be okay with plucking out all of your bad seeds. Let me say that again. Be okay with plucking out all of your bad seeds. Because you are trying to grow somewhere. You are trying to grow into your best self. And you cannot grow into your best self if you have bad seeds planted in your soil. Put yourself first. Know that you matter. Know that you have purpose here. And above all else, give your time to God and let Him be the compass in your life. So until we meet again next Sunday at the same time, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, hold on to this word of inspiration for the week. And I look forward to seeing you guys next Sunday. Have an amazing, amazing night and a great, great week. Take care. Bye-bye.